what words of wisdom would you share? Maybe something that you wish you would have known earlier, or something that's helped you along the way.
First of all, I would say and I mentioned this earlier, know and understand this is a very challenging career. But if you have the passion, follow your passion. Big believer in that. If I can allow my people to do that here, and if it's what I needed to do, then I allow them to do it. They're much more successful. So make sure you're passionate about doing this job. And if you are, you're going to be very successful. And I would just say, don't get down. If you apply for a particular agency, you don't get it, apply for a different agency and keep applying at different places until you finally make the cut, if you will. And you're going to find yourself very rewarded, both internally, maybe not so much, physically, that sort of thing, because, the stress is kind of bad on our career, but find ways to make yourself better. And I would say start from day one, putting some money away, because this isn't you're not going to get rich being a law enforcement officer. So make sure that you can set yourself up for retirement in the end, by putting just a little bit away each day or each paycheck. And so at the very end, you're find yourself not having to do this and do what I would say a lot of officers do, which is they start relying on their part-time jobs, meaning they work extra jobs. And before you know it, they're not making enough on their full-time job to pay their bills. And so they're working 3 or 4 other jobs. And these guys are working 40 hours at their normal job. They're working 20, 30, 40 hours at their part-time jobs, and they're working themselves to death. So find a way to where you can actually live, in your means and not beyond your means, and set yourself up for retirement and move. Like we talked about earlier, just continue to challenge yourself. Look for what's next. When you become complacent in a position, start thinking, what other opportunities do I have here? Whether it's laterally or whether it's, advancement, just look to challenge yourself to learn new things and to be excited about what you do every day.